Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. My name is Shafiq Wangur Osman, with matrix number B23KM00110, and in this video I will be presenting my report titled Connecting Rural Schools to the Internet, Bridging the Digital Divide. Okay. So let me begin by introducing about this issue. So first of all, the digital divide refers to the gap between those who have access to digital technologies like the internet and computers and those who don't. In Malaysia, this issue is especially visible in the education sector, where many students in rural areas struggle to keep up with their urban peers due to poor internet access and limited infrastructure. And in terms of higher level of education in Malaysia, there are still a major gap that divides the school education system in rural areas and urban areas. So, what are the causes for these problems? So, one of the causes for this problem is the limited digital infrastructure. So basically, most rural schools still lack proper internet facilities like Wi-Fi and broadband, unlike urban schools, which have access to high-speed internet and modern tools. Rural schools are left behind due to their remote location and low population density. Even the Ministry of Education has admitted that rural students are at a disadvantage when it comes to digital learning. Next causes is the connectivity issue in rural areas. Many schools are located in isolated places, for example like the mountainous regions in Sarawak and Sabah, where it is difficult to build and maintain internet networks. The lack of telecommunication tower and fiber optics cables result in poor or even non-existent connection. So, what is the effect of the problem? The major effect of the problem is the widening educational gap between rural and urban students. So, students in rural areas score lower in digital competency, have less exposure to online learning, and face difficulties accessing digital resources. There is also a mental toll. For example, in this page, the case of Viviana Mosibin, a student who had to climb a tree to get internet connection for her exams. So basically, her story highlighted the digital divide issue in Malaysia and inspired many. She has since pursued her dream of becoming a doctor and is currently a medical student. She is from Sabah, and before this she is pursuing a medical in UMS during the COVID-19, which is around 2021. Yeah, so basically her story is really highlighted the issue of digital divide in Malaysia. So, what is the possible solutions for this problem? The first possible solution is by the government introducing the Jendela Plan and Fiber Optic Points of Presence, or POPs. First of all, the government has introduced the Jendela Plan and also installed the Fiber Optic Points of Presence, or POPs, and it is aimed to provide long-term high-speed internet to schools. But although the plan is solid, implementation is still slow, and many POPs are inactive due to the next solution is by installing the state-of-the-art satellite internet services provider. In more remote areas, satellite internet like Miasat's Connect Me now is being used. So basically, these solutions are faster to deploy and reach isolated schools, but they also have downsides, such as a high cost and sensitivity to weather. For example, when the weather is like cloudy or raining, most of the time the connection is very bad. So that's some of the issue regarding this installation of the satellite network services provider, just the Miasat's Connect Me now. In conclusion, the digital divide in Malaysia remains a critical issue, especially in rural areas. While efforts like Jendela and satellite internet services provider have been introduced, we still face challenges in terms of cost, coverage, and activation speed. Going forward, I recommend that the government to accelerate infrastructure rollout, to activate more POPs, and expand community internet centers to ensure equal access to education for all Malaysian students. And that's all from me. Thank you.